Good morning, I'm Maiki Oreta and welcome to Industry Beacon, where we shine a light on the trailblazers, the disruptors, the industry leaders shaping our future. And we're not just talking about success stories here, we're diving deep into their hearts and minds to see what drives them. Now, in today's digital age where content is king, innovators are finding new ways to help creators monetize their work and connect with their audiences. Our guest today is one of those pioneers, a man on a mission to revolutionize the fintech industry in the Philippines with his company Eplayment. What started out as a small content producer in the esports community has now grown into a full-fledged payment gateway for gaming and entertainment businesses. Here with us today to talk more about this is the president and CEO of Eplayment, Karlos Naidas. Hi, Karlos.
Hi, Maiki. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, well, good to have you. Okay, it's a very interesting industry, and what you're doing for the creator economy is fascinating as well. But let's start at the beginning. You took up architecture in UP, graduating in 2014, and now you're bridging the gap between fintech and content creators. How did this business, Eplayment, come to be?
Yeah, it was a weird time, Mike. I saw myself as a builder, but not a builder of buildings. But I was more fascinated with IT, so I started there. And when we were developing different systems for the government, we saw a gap in the payments for different individuals, but we're more focused on content creators now.
Mm-hmm. Now, talk to us about content creation in the Philippines. How has that changed over the years? How that's been is just like content used to be long form.
Yeah.
Now everything's getting shorter, faster, snappier. And then there's the need to monetize this content. Talk to us how you come into the picture.
Yeah, we were once the primary consumer of content in the world. So it has changed drastically for the Filipinos, specifically for Filipino content creators. So it's now more fast, so anyone can create an account, upload, then become very popular in content creation. And they now need to find ways to monetize that passion and content. So we want to be at the forefront of that mission.
In the past, monetization was through bigger platforms like YouTube and Facebook. Now you have a product, Pixel. What is that doing for content creators?
Yeah, before they wanted to monetize their streaming, for example, or even content, or they had to wait for a week, a month for them to be able to get the money from these big platforms. We wanted to change that and wanted to introduce a way for them to be able to be paid instantly. So we developed Pixel for them, for micro, nano influencers, wherein they want to be paid instantly through our platform.
Prior to this, the options for payment gateways for content creators were a lot of the international firms. Now, what is Pixel doing specifically, and how are you catering to? You only cater to the Philippines.
Yeah.
What are you doing for them that these international firms can't offer?
It's different before, no? So before, when we want to support our content creators, we need to have a credit card. So it's very different in the Philippines, wherein credit card adoption is very low. So we want to introduce payments via your e-wallets, over-the-counter payments, and other different payment methods wherein we can support different content creators here in the Philippines.
Speaking of content creators, can you touch on the industry of content creation in the Philippines? It's a very new and rapidly evolving space. Can you share your insights having launched Eplayment?
Yeah, globally, there are around, the recent numbers are 400 million content creators. And maybe 80% of those content creators do this as a side hustle. In the Philippines, it's very difficult to pinpoint the number of content creators because there's no one keeping count. So we wanted to be there, and we want to support the new content creators and up and coming content creators in their monetization, and we want Pixel to be at the forefront of that.
Specifically, you guys are targeting nano influencers. Can you talk to us more about this particular target market of yours?
These types of influencers have low follower counts, maybe 100,000 and less, and they have what's special to them is that they have a niche of following, when you start being a content creator, the first followers you get are your friends and family. So when you grow, you have these relationships built already with this community, and we want to be there, for them, because it's difficult for them to jump into getting brand deals. So the first monetization instrument they have, or monetization supporters, are your friends and family, and we want to be there to be that tool for them.
Now, speaking of monetization, how does Eplayment earn from the content creators?
Yeah, whenever they post or whenever they use our platform, they can integrate our payment channels in different types of platforms, so Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, or wherever. We get a percentage of the transactions that we process. No? So it depends. No? It ranges from 5% to 20% of what they get from the platform.
Now, your monetization platform, Pixel, is just a year old. You've got 7,000 content creators on this platform. And in 3 years, you plan to grow this from 7K to 100K. How do you plan on achieving this?
Yeah, we have different types of content creators in Pixel. No? So we have content creators who post videos, who post photos of themselves, even Q&A. They earn from Q&A. No? But the common denominator of all of these content creators is that they have their own communities. No? Different types of communities for cosplayers, podcasters, even streamers. And we penetrate these content creator communities, and we support and help them grow. So from these communities, we hope that word spreads around, and the other friends of friends will use Pixel as well.
And beyond our borders, I understand that you want to expand to Southeast Asia. Can you talk to us about your plans for this?
Yeah, our Southeast Asian neighbors have the same problems as the Philippines. No? Wherein credit card adoption is slow and monetization not instant. So we plan on penetrating these types of markets as well. So countries like Cambodia, wherein they have low credit card adoption rates, but they have more content creators now growing. So we plan on moving there and increasing our presence in payments for content creators.
You know, there's so much growth in this space. I mean, anyone can be a content creator. There are even content creators that are pets.
Yes.
Who are the biggest content creators on your platform, Karlos?
Yeah, we have different content creators such as Kang Dupet or Uncle Ju in our content creator platforms. They're cosplayers, so majority of our big content creators are cosplayers, and a lot of them are also streaming games. No? Those are the two biggest types of content creators we have on Pixel.
Now, looking ahead, how do you see the creator economy evolving with the help with support systems like AI, with distribution networks like blockchain? How do you see the evolution of this industry moving forward?
Yeah, AI, I think, will help or support these content creators now in, for example, script writing, color grading their videos in the future. But it's more of like supporting them into making more and more good content for their community, as well as, for example, crypto and blockchain will help tokenize, for example, distribute their content to more people, for example, globally, on a click of a button, for example.
With the advent of AI, how is it that content creators can maintain an authentic voice? If AI can pretty much do so much work for them, write all the captions and write the scripts for them, how do these content creators maintain their authenticity with the support of all of these technologies?
Yeah, I think it's more on their communities that they serve and cater. No? They have their own communities. They find their voice within that community, and AI and these tools will and help them enhance the type of content that they distribute to that community. It's more of supporting what they're currently trying to do.
And in your efforts to support what they're currently trying to do, what are the biggest challenges that you face in Eplayment, having developed Pixel?
Yeah, for Eplayment, the number one challenge we have is really like educating these content creators into how to monetize their content more. They're used to like posting, then waiting for someone to pay them or get money from the big platforms. But with Pixel, they now can control where they can put the monetization tool and how they, for example, ask supporters to go to the Pixel, purchase the content, or even donate to them.
Okay, so you've got the floor for a while. Can you talk to the viewers and tell us how they can monetize through Pixel, how they can monetize their content through Pixel?
Yeah, we have different features now, like, for example, Block or Snap, wherein they post photos or text content. They can paywall that content. No? And one surprising feature that different content creators use now is the paid Q&A. So wherein their fans can ask questions to their the content creators, then they answer, but they have to pay to view the answer.
Q&A.
Yeah.
Interesting. There are a lot of things I mean, this industry is constantly evolving, and there are new channels by which content creators can monetize the content. That's new. I mean, just to answer a question, you need to get paid to do that. What are the new things coming up in terms of monetization for content creators?
Yeah, paywalling is number one. It's very big now, but more importantly is like I think it's educating them on how to like do different types of activities for them to think about, no? Not just posting and waiting. It's more on like engaging in the community, and sometimes they earn from that one. So they just have to embrace and engage with the communities that they currently serve.
Okay, right now we're going to be taking a quick break. Industry Beacon, we'll be right back. Please stay with us.
Your newest source of news and information.
That's it?
Follows you everywhere, every day.
Wow.
Oh, man.
On cable and free TV. Online.
He joins us from the Batasan Pamasahe.
On mobile.
Simulan na natin ang agenda. No privacy.
This is BNC, and we are everywhere. At BNC, 12 noon doesn't mean break, but breaking news, biggest stories, and latest updates.
15,000 teddy bears to pay tribute to the children killed in Gaza. Tensions in the West Philippine Sea reaching the skies. Hong Kong reclaims its spot as Asia's top financial center.
Mai Rodriguez, Newsfeed at noon on BNC, the Billionario News Channel.
Welcome back to Industry Beacon. Let's continue our discussion with the president and CEO of fintech firm Eplayment, Karlos Naidas. Okay, so Karlos, talk to us about what insights you've gained into the creator economy. What have you learned about content creators?
Right now, I think I see the trend of instant gratification. I don't know if you're familiar with the trend of the AI trend, wherein in TikTok, people will go live and you donate to that content creator and you get something in return. They either do a backflip or do something funny. So it's more of instant gratification from your community and the content creator. So at Pixel, for example, they get paid instantly. So we saw this trend before wherein our streamers, the game streamers, would stream a game, then they get paid, for example, or someone would donate food to them, no? And they get something in return, a shout out maybe, a photo card, whatever. So that's wherein we want to be in.
Okay, talk to us about how all these technologies, all these abilities are changing consumer behavior, changing consumer preferences. I mean, these are things that were unavailable.
Yeah.
I mean, just in 2024, all of these new things are coming underway. How has this changed the business, and how does it change consumer behavior?
Yeah, I think for consumer behavior, we now trust authenticity more. So we doubt whenever an influencer posts a brand, for example. Is it paid or whatever? But when we see someone we don't know, some random person praise a brand, for example, we lean into that more. So I think that consumer behavior into authenticity is rising. And of course, at monetization, for example, instant is king. So if you get paid instantly, you get it instantly, you lead the way.
Mm-hmm. And talk to us about the creativity required to find alternate, I mean, the goal is to help monetize content, but there are different packages in it, right? There's answering, being paid to answer questions, being paid to do things. The creativity that is entailed to come up with ways to monetize, what is that like? I mean, do you ever run out of ideas to find ways for people to get paid to do things?
I think the creators figure it out. So when you go to TikTok, for example, and go to live, like there are thousands of people doing live stuff. And when you see people who are like getting the most donations, they're doing something different.
So it comes from the content creators.
It comes from the
they
content
tell
creators.
you what they need, how much it's going to cost, and you guys are just the platform. So
Yeah,
you
we're
don't
just a platform.
have to worry about those little products. You let them do their thing.
Yes, we're just there to support and help it easier, make it easier for them to monetize what they're trying to do.
Okay, a lot of people are getting into this space, regardless of the age. They're trying to find ways to earn money. It has become an actual job, right? It's an actual designation. Talk to us about that.
Yeah, it's a career now. So people already are doing it as a side hustle. You know? So they do their corporate jobs. At night, they post content. So they earn both ways. You know? So they get to do what they love, and they get paid for it. So it's now a career, and it supplements their income on their day-to-day jobs.
How do you see the growth of this industry in the Philippines moving forward?
Yeah, I think it's going to be like a rocket ship, no? So with the emergence of different platforms, wherein we consume a lot of content. So there are a lot of platforms here in the Philippines that also push creativity to Filipinos. So I see them growing and adopting different types of content and monetization strategies here in the Philippines.
What tips can you give to all the nano content creators that would like to build a voice, build a community, and ultimately monetize what they do online?
I think the best advice is just to post every day, post regularly, religiously, and try to communicate with your community every day. So you build a connection with them. They tell you what they want, and you get to do it.
Does it scare you that you're drawing so many people just on their phones, on their gadgets, you know, taking people away from the real world into this online space?
Yeah, in a way, but it's better for us because they get paid. So we help them get paid or make a career out of this, no? Consuming, consumption of social media, for example.
It's an alternate and legitimate career source, choice of career in this day and age. All right. Thank you so much, Karlos Naidas.
Thank you.
And that's it for today's show. I'm Maiki Oreta. Catch the Billionario News Channel on Free TV Channel 31 and on cable via Cignal Channel 24. Thanks for watching the Billionario News Channel, always on top.
Let's take a look at today's headlines.
Get to know the latest weather update and forecast with information to help us understand important aspects regarding our climate.
You're leading the charge of combating climate change, and you finally experienced it.
More weather updates and stories about the environment, climate change, and disaster preparedness, where we'll stay together whatever the weather.
Weather HQ with Paulo Del Rosario, 9 a.m. on BNC, the Billionario News Channel. We are giving spotlight with these innovative business enterprises that share